are, back on Lake Mead. It is, what is it? It's almost mid-January. Let's just call it mid-January. And hope we can find some fish today. I'm going to do some trolling for some striper and see what else happens. So water temperature at launch is 55 degrees. It's pretty chilly. And the air temperature at launch is 35. Yes, indeed, folks. It is chilly. It is winter. However, the high today is supposed to be 65, so that's encouraging. And the winds are supposed to be light, 7 miles per hour. Let's hope that stays true. There you have it. So yeah, who knows what the day will bring. One thing's for certain is the weather's been stable for about a good week now, I'd say. And it's just been pretty mild, I'd say. It warms up to 60 or so. And even through the next 10 days, it's looking really, really good. No moon it up at all last night. Full moon's going to be later next week. So I think we're going to catch a fish. It's good. The variables are definitely encouraging that this will happen. So we're going to try out a couple new lures today and, you know, do the usual, troll around, and hopefully we can connect. So let's go get them. No more talking. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing because it really helps us out. All right, let's roll. Woo. Chilly ride. After my last trip, I went and got some heavier base layers, and it seems to be working out a little bit better. I did forget my ski goggles though, but it wasn't too bad. So we'll just go ahead and start the graphing. Wow, it's so cold that it killed the camera battery. It was a fresh battery when I started. By the time my ride stopped, it killed it. Thus far, I've never done really well out here in the morning, in the winter, so we'll give it a shot. I'm going to keep my expectations kind of low, and hopefully by the afternoon, once it warms up, we'll have some action. But you never know. I mean, it's fishing, you know. It could be ripping right out the gate. But yeah, in my experience, for me, that isn't how it goes. You never know, though. So we're gonna ride around a bit and see if we can see any fish on the graph, get some lures in the water, and yeah, that's the plan. Okay, going to start out today with a new lure, and this is a Mega Bass Plus 2. I think it's Sexy Shad. Got a little purple on it. All right, let's get in the water and see if we can connect. Okay. Line is in the water. Let's go get them. So my last trip out here was back in early December, so it's been a month or so, a little over a month. And that trip wasn't the greatest trip. It wasn't the worst either, but I'd come out here pretty soon after a storm, and the water was all messed up. It was super cold. It is colder than it is today, and I don't know. I did find some fish. I saw lots of fish, got lots of hits, but I couldn't connect. And I did manage to catch a few striper. I mean, right before sunset. It was a long day. So curious to see how today's going to be. The conditions are different. Like I mentioned earlier, the weather's been stable. No moon up. And it's warming up to mid-60s. So we'll see what that does for the action, if anything. But for the morning here, I'm just going to kind of stick to trolling around and see if we can find any fish or look for fish. And then once it warms up, maybe you know, maybe other things will happen. Ooh, water temperature is 53.2. This is a little larger lure. I'm curious if what kind of action, if any, it'll get. Seem to be having, most recently, fall going into winter, more success on smaller lures. So, however, I am now under the impression that there are some sizable stripers in Lake Mead after I had one bust my line back in, I believe it was November. So I moved up to 15-pound fluorocarbon leader because one busted 10-pound. I got my prize lure. That's fishing for you. So I know there's some big fish in here. So there's a bit of a difference. This is the hardcore shad, the 60. I think this is 2 3/8 size, I believe. Anyway, this one just in the fall into winter was slaying them. And here's the Mega Bass plus 2. So there's a bit of a size difference. So I'm gonna go give this one a shot and see if you can get a hit on it. I mean, I think all the lures I've been trying will work out here eventually. Once I get a good feeling for, you know, the timing of them, I guess would be the, and that's, do that without getting a hook finger. Got a nice rattle in there too on that Mega Bass. It's a good looking lure. So let's try that hardcore shad for a minute and see if we even get a hit on that. All right, did a nice long pass. Smaller lure. Seen plenty of fish on the graph. Not even a bump. Here we go. Well, I just got my first hit. Wasn't much of a hit either. That is encouraging. Water temperature's now 52.9. Now, would you look at that? I don't know if the camera can pick that up. I've got a scale. You know, in that hook there. I just got a bump on that. So close. So close. I just had an excellent hit. 10 feet of water. How did I miss that? Well, I've been at this for a few hours now. I'm seeing fish. I mean, they're laying on the bottom. And I've had a total of 2 strikes. That's it. Okay, it's time to try something a little different. This is going to go down 12-15 feet. This is a Rapala Tail Dancer number 9. There you go. Size. There you go. Tail Dancer. I know this will kill Powell. Will it kill Mead? Man, who knows? I'm seeing fish. I'm seeing fish 20 feet, 25 feet, 15 feet. They are just not interested. Couldn't be bothered. Couldn't be bothered. They must be fat. They must be well fed. Fish on. Fish on. Oh, that was so weird. Ah, very lethargic. Oh, did I lose him? Oh, I lost it. Oh. That just seems. Oh, he came to the top. I think it was a smallie. Well, it is indeed warming up, and it is noon o'clock, and I just lost my first fish. So that's a kick in the stomach, huh? All right. I'm gonna bump the bottom a bit with this curly tail. Anything's happening. There's lots of dead trees, bushes, and stuff right around where I'm casting, so that's good habitat for bass. Largies, smallies, they all love that structure. So now that it's getting into afternoon, maybe it'll warm up. Water temp's 54.5, so it's rising. Something's gotta happen. It's not chicken and hot sauce, but it'll do. Back to trolling. Moving. Brutal so far. Had 3 hits and had a fish on, and he spit the hook. That's been my day thus far. Oh, snap. Whew, nothing, and nothing. This has got to be payback for all that ass kicking I did back in the fall. Holy smokes, what a grind of a day. Man. So we're pushing after 2 p.m. now. Nothing. It's not for lack of trying, that's for sure. So we're gonna ride this out till the sun sets. Hopefully we can pull one out, man. Oh, I got a fish on. That was the weirdest bite. It was just like, I mean, it's literally what it got. It's to the top. That's got to be a largie or a crappie. And the other, or striper, shit, I don't know. Damn, he came straight. Oh, that's a crappie. Yep. There you have it. All right, we did not get skunked. All right, skunk is off the table. Whew, that was close. Got a fish on. That was interesting. Staying down. What do we have? Oh, there we go. Will this be a striper? Nice fight. Nice. Nope. Wow, okay. Oh, it's not a crappie. Look at these guys. I mean, they're big. beautiful fish. This is my first fish of 2022 in Lake Mead. Crappie. I'll take it, man. Excellent. All right. So I treated that a little different. I got the hit and I just stopped the boat and he came back and hit it again. So I toss a grub over there real quick. The bites are real lethargic. And that last, I would have missed that fish if I hadn't stopped the boat. He hit it and didn't connect. I stopped the boat and came back and hit it again, and I was able to get him. So it's interesting. Yep. Same technique. Got a hit, I stopped the boat. Man, looks like it's not a crappie. Is it? Oh, there it is. A little smaller. I will take it. Absolutely. Well, the action was hot for a minute, and I just went back to nada. I tried casting the grub down on top of them a couple times, but they weren't interested in that. They went after it when I trolled over them, so that was interesting. I keep going back over and over trying to reconnect with the school, but they must have scattered. Oh, I just got a hit, son of a god. There's 2 hits. Here you go. Really? Maybe an hour left of sun, so I'm staying out to the end, baby. All right, I'm afraid that is a wrap. I'm going to use this last bit of sunlight to get me in. Not a whole lot to say about today. It's one grinder of a day. I did get a little blip of action there on the crappie for a second. I managed to stay on the school to get 3 fish. I dropped a grub down on them. They didn't respond to the curly tail, and trolling worked, and then it was over. I got a couple more light hits after that, and then I couldn't connect again. So it is what it is. There you have it. Winter fishing can be quite interesting on Lake Mead. So we'll see how this goes as we continue to move onward. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really helps us out. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the patrons, folks. Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time. Tight lines, D-Rock out. Adios.